Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your general reading for September 16th through the 30th. First, a couple of quick notes before we start that this is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Taurus out there. So if these messages do resonate with you, then they are meant for you. If they do not resonate with you, then they are not meant for you. Kick them on out to another Taurus. So I will be reading primarily for Taurus Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs. If you also have quite a predominance of Taurus in your chart, or you just feel a strong affinity with the sign of Taurus, you may also really get a lot out of this reading. Likewise, all Taurus cross-watchers are extremely welcome to come hang out with us. Thank you so much to everybody who has joined recently or subscribed. This is still a very new channel, so I really appreciate everybody's encouragement. While you're thinking about it, reach on out, click that subscribe button, join our little dragon family, and also give it that claw up, or what I call the like button, and let me know that you enjoyed this video, and I really super appreciate it. So before we get into doing the cards, I'm going to go over a little bit of your astrological influences in your universal chart. We've got quite a lot of amazing planetary movement coming up over this next couple weeks of September. Quite a lot of action. So we're starting with Mercury and Venus have started to move in Libra. So for Taurus, for you, that's a very important movement because Libra is the second Venus-ruled sign. You and Libra are both the two Venus-ruled signs of the zodiac wheel, meaning that both of you really value love, friendship, harmonious connections, and all of that kind of stuff. So those two are moving in Libra. The planet Saturn is going to be moving direct after a 5-month-long retrograde, and that starts on Wednesday the 18th. Autumn equinox is coming up, along with the sun's movement into Libra. That's going to be Monday the 23rd, and we end the month with a beautiful Libra new moon on the 28th, which is a Saturday. So lots of stuff coming up. For you, Taurus, what this really means is that we're shifting a lot of that energy out of the 5th house of Leo for you in your universal chart, and we're shifting it up into Virgo. There's going to be a lot of Virgo energy playing out for you, and I think it's very interesting how it combines Libra and Virgo energy. So I would say that the first thing that it would do for you is that it gives you a very perfectionistic streak. Anything that you might have been willing to be less organized on or less than perfect on, you're really putting that into finer tuning focus right now. Everything that you do, everything that you say, every project that you work on, you feel like it really has to be to a higher level. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't get into critiquing yourself overly much, because that is a risk with Virgo energy. So be organized, be focused, do your very best, but also do not beat yourself up or criticize yourself unnecessarily. If it's not like perfect like what you have in your mind, I'm sure it's still great, you know, but for you, it's like you're really aiming for that perfection at the moment. Another thing that this brings up, Taurus, if you haven't been taking great care of your body, this is a wonderful time to focus on your health, your routines, your habits, the things that you do every day that support your health and support your overall physical well-being. If you haven't been so great to your body, and that's kind of easy for Taurus because you all tend to have very strong physical stamina and strength in general. So if you haven't taken time out to really take care of your needs, definitely make sure to do that. Start to go, you know, okay, what am I eating? Am I drinking enough water? Am I getting enough sleep? If I'm having anxiety or if I'm having anything, do I need medication? Do I need counseling? Do I need anything that helps my whole well-being? Don't just look at it from the physical, also look at it from the emotional and the spiritual as well. That's going to really help you out. And I will be also doing pretty soon here readings for Saturn's movement direct and also for the autumn equinox, and that will give you even more information. So for now, let's go ahead and start with the general for September 16th through 30th. First, I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards, one major arcana card, and then we'll get into a full tarot reading for you guys. All right, so angels, divine guardians of light, helpers and healers, protectors and ancestors, I ask for your assistance as I do this reading for the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Taurus. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you. Ooh, so Taurus, all about the Fool card. Here comes the leap of faith, the innocence, embracing kind of a clean slate when it comes to your mind and your experiences in life. So even if you've been burned in the past, even if you've had things that have hurt you, this is really saying, you know, clean that all out. Go at it with an innocent heart and spirit. This will also help you to not beat yourself up so much, like I said, with that Virgo energy coming through. So that's actually a very positive and very beautiful place to start. Now I'm going to start in with a animal spirit card to see which animal spirit is closest to you. I'll also mention that Mars, even with all this movement into Libra, Mars is still hanging out in Virgo for the rest of the month. So that's still activating your 5th house. So you are super creative right now. Still just brimming with all the kind of good, like, you know, enthusiasm and original thought. So very beautiful energy for you right now, Taurus. Ooh, so the elk comes up, which is nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenge is limitless. What a beautiful message, too. So the elk is a little bit like the deer, but it's a stronger, more, like it says, it's a very noble, very rooted energy. Very strong, very beautiful. And it's also, to me, the elk is very vocal. It has a very strong, like, bellowing call that it gives to connect with others. So communication is also a very strong point during this time for you, Taurus. And the fact that Mercury, the planet that rules communication, goes into the sign of Libra, which is all about relationships, you're definitely using your voice, using your communication, using your mind to reach out and touch others more deeply right now. So now I'm going to bring up a crystal card from the crystal deck to see which stones or gemstones or crystals would be best for you to connect with. What would be most healing or centering for you right now. Ooh, I love this. Okay, so lapis lazuli. This is a really beautiful little blue stone or crystal. I know I have one right here, which is, you know, it's a very dark, very blue. It's funny, the Egyptians loved lapis lazuli. They adorned so many things with that stone. It's a beautiful, deep cobalt blue color. This is about resolving problems, mending fences, harmonizing issues between you and others. So this activates the third eye and the throat chakra. Just like we said, this is a lot about communication. So I really feel that this just strengthens up that message that you'll be using your voice, you'll be using your gifts of communication and speaking out. The lapis is, like I said, also connected with that third eye. It's also connected with the throat. So this is about having clearer vision. If you've been having any kind of stress, anxiety, tension, thinking too much, Taurus, just remember to meditate, remember to do some deep breathing, even focus on that third eye and just kind of calm it and clear it as you breathe into that. And make sure to speak your truth, because when that, you know, throat chakra is activated like this, you've got to take care of that. And Taurus, guess what? The part of the body that you rule in the zodiac is the throat. So, you know, this is really coming up strong around you. And if you're a speaker, you do public speaking or singing or any kind of talking, this is the thing where you just can't be afraid to say your truth, to speak what you really believe and do so with, you know, compassion and, you know, balance and a way of bringing even people that aren't getting along together. This is a very powerful reading so far. So let's look and see what comes up in your tarot. Very excited to see what comes out for you, because this has already started out strong just with 3 cards. Taking a minute. I like to give it its time. To Spirit gives me that tap and just says, this is it. Right. Yeah, oh Taurus, my goodness. Yeah, the stress is definitely there. You have really been going through some stuff. You have been working so hard to get that balance. Oh my goodness. So 7 of Wands comes up in the center. There's a little bit of defensiveness here, a little bit like I've really got to be on my guard. I've got to make sure that, you know, nobody's bothering me too much. I feel like there's a lot of different forces coming at me at once. And you're also dealing with a bit of heartbreak right now, a little bit of some disappointment with that 5 of Cups. You know, and that may be what the cause of a lot of that stress is, Taurus. So definitely make sure to take time to honor your emotions, honor your feelings. The beautiful thing, of course, about the 5 of Cups is that even though there's been disappointment, even though there's been difficulty, there are still cups standing. You haven't lost it all. And so there's really that shift of focus. Don't focus on so much on what's gone wrong. Focus on what is still going right and what can never be taken away from you. Going in your past position, that Queen of Pentacles is there. So she, you know, you've really come from a strong place. This is coming from a place of strength, a place of groundedness. This is your earthy energy coming into play. Underneath though, Taurus, this is how you feel inside, you know, your unconscious mind. I mean, this is like you're picking up the pieces. You feel like other people have abandoned projects, haven't kept their word. Haven't kept their, you know, part of the bargain in a lot of positions. And it's made you have to make a lot of really tough decisions and be a lot cooler and more logical and emotionally attached than you're probably really comfortable with in a lot of ways. On the top, this is what you really want to embrace. It's like there's that sense of nostalgia. You really want to get back to a time. It's like when life was a little sweeter and easier and more simple. And to me, this is a very beautiful card. So I absolutely believe that's possible. But look at this. Queen of Swords on the bottom, King of Swords on the top. You could have some air sign people, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, involved somewhere in this position. So, you know, if you've got somebody in your life that's air sign or comes across as an air sign, which would be kind of cool, logical, emotionally detached, pay attention to that, because if they're, you know, for good or for bad, if they're giving you a hard time or not, you know, they're definitely coming into play. Going into the forward future though, Taurus, very, very strong. You're really getting to kind of the end of your rope with this. There's that Death card, transformation, complete rebirth and regeneration, and that sun is rising in the background. So it's like, you know what? It's like you're ready to say, I'm ready for a fresh new start. I'm ready for a fresh new beginning. Right now it seems a little confusing. And as we go through that Pisces moon, as of right now, I'm doing this reading and the Pisces full moon hasn't happened just yet. So wait for that full moon. That's going to be on the 14th. So if you're watching this video before the full moon or after the full moon on September 14th, that will definitely direct some of this, because after that full moon in Pisces, because this is the moon card, it also represents Pisces energy, this can be a lot of confusion. So this really tells me that, you know, it's a spiritual transformation. It's a spiritual rebirth from the inside out for you, Taurus. This is not just surface level, like, oh, you know, I'm just going to change where I live or redecorate my house. This is you from the depths of your soul, absolutely regenerating from the bottom up. It's like, I cannot do things the way I used to do them. And, you know, I just felt that message inside. To get something you've never had before, you have to do something that you've never done before. And so this is definitely pointing in that direction. I would also say that with this moon coming up in Pisces, and going through the energy of it through the end of September, you're definitely going to be clearing away some fog, some mental confusion, something that's either been a little deceptive, has been hidden from your view, people not communicating really directly or clearly with you. All that's kind of coming to an end. It's like coming to a big end. And if they still won't be direct and honest with you, you're done. You're like, I'm out. I am not going to have that. So let's pull some more and see what comes up. Woo! Pretty, pretty. Oh, Taurus. Such a great, oh, so beautiful. So here's the suggested approach. I absolutely love it. Stay the course. Look at that strong, earthy energy. This is so your energy, that Nine of Pentacles. There she is in her garden, just stable, working one day at a time at what she knows she's got to work at. There's that forward vision. The little falcon on her arm is there to give her that forward vision whenever she needs a little bit of foresight. So this not only says you're grounded in the here and now, but you also have very good perception when it comes to the future. What you really need to know about this is that you may be doing quite a bit of a solo journey here. Especially if people haven't been keeping up their end of the deal, if they've been disappointing you, letting you down, not being there for you. This says, you know what? I'm going to go out on my own. I'm going to follow my own truth and follow my own star, because I know that my soul family is out there for me. I know the true people that are always honest and open and there for me versus the ones who are not. And Taurus, you definitely have those people that are there for you versus the ones who are not. And this is really you discerning, you know, the fake friends from the real friends, and that's really coming through. So hopes and fears. You fear that you're not strong enough to get through this, but you absolutely are. This is you kind of in that battle between spirit and all those anxieties and fears. And it's like, you can feel that working out inside you, where it's like, you know, part of it is spirit going, look, Taurus, don't worry, things are going to work out. And then that lion is like, you know, our old human nature going, but I'm worried, but I'm scared, but I fear failure and all these things. But it's like spirit keeps taming that lion. And so sometimes it's a real, you know, it's a real process. But the outcome is absolutely intensely gorgeous here, Taurus. You've got that Ace of Cups, ultimate spiritual gifts, ultimate spiritual wellness, love, friendship, harmony, spiritual blessing, emotional blessing, all of that coming in. Absolutely gorgeous. So I absolutely feel that you are going through right now a very difficult little period. It's not going to last forever, but there is going to be a very strong, bold determination on your part to say, I'm no longer going to put up with people that are not for my highest good. I'm going to plug into my own energy, my own insight. I know my truth. And when you're living that truth, Taurus, you're going to bring the right people to you. No questions asked. So let's just get one Whispers of Love Oracle card to wrap up your reading here. Right, so embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted, Taurus. And so what I'm really feeling so much is that right now you've got all that air energy coming in, all those swords. So you have not been able to be as warm and mushy and squishy and let all those ooey gooey feelings out. It's like you've had to be a lot colder and harder and tougher than you really have wanted to be. You really want to release and voice your emotions, voice your feelings. That's why all this throat chakra, third eye stuff is coming up. Oh, it's so strong. So absolutely get in touch with people that you know you can be yourself with and talk freely with, that you have no worries of judgment, because this is very important for you right now. Because you might have to still, you know, sometimes walk on those eggshells with other people. You might have to be a lot more, you know, closed in. But with the people that are really your soul tribe, you can really connect with them. And the number 18 adds up to a 9, which to me adds up to that Hermit. So this is, you've got to follow that truth, Taurus. Gorgeous, gorgeous reading. My best wishes are with you, and I think that it's going to be awesome once you go through this little hurdle that's coming up, because there's beautiful, beautiful things on the other side of it. So see you all real soon. Take care.